So we have lot of sentences. In that sentences, first we have to tell a machine. Each one is a vector. That is a word, right? Vector in the sense it will be even 1, 2, 3 words, right? Anakada vectors. Then after dividing that, here why did I write TF-IDF is that is the library I used. What are the libraries we use in NLP mostly? We have TF-IDF, NLTK, the main branch I'm asking. NLTK, TF-IDF, one more. You know, in SQL also we can do some NLP techniques. Few techniques we have, not all, few techniques we have. Okay, fine. So now here I use is TF-IDF because TF-IDF works when you have a lot, like processor is when it is quick only it will work. So anyway, I'm running my project in AWS, right? So I use TF-IDF. Okay, I can also use NLTK, but NLTK, it's a bigger bunch I have to download, right? You know, when you download, you can see NLTK.download me, you get all of them. You have to click on all and install it, right? Instead of doing that, I did in cloud. In cloud, I installed everything. So I used TF-IDF, which will use better results. Okay? Fine. After that, PCA. Do you know PCA? Principal component analysis. You have it in machine learning. We can also use it in NLP. How to use? So I have two text data in my target. And it and see how are they working together and giving me the result. That is where to test it, I use PCA here. Understood? Fine. Next, the same representation. See, all negative and positive words, how are they dispersed? What is this plot? Scatter plot. So scatter plot, when do we use? When you want to see every single observation distributions, we can use scatter plots. Okay? Fine. After that, I have to check null values as usual. This is common in both NLP and machine learning. Okay? Now head, tail, that are squared. So this is my text chapter. Now in my text, I have iterate. Can you see that or you want me to zoom? Yes. You can see that text here. Yes. You can see, right? So here iterate switch foot. You have. So can my word read it as only switch foot? It won't read that. Iterate is disturbing, right? So that is what is the first step we use in NLP is removing the special characters. Okay? Removal of special characters is the first thing we have to do. And the other thing, most importantly, that is not the technique, but what we have to do is converting all the text into the lowercase. This is not thought, it comes from experiences, these things. Okay, when you explore NLP projects one by one only, you will understand. First thing is you have to remove the special marks, like special characters. The next one is convert the text into the lowercase. Okay, and one more thing is remove punctuations. Fine, because I want everything as words. Because every word is studied. In each row there is only one sentence. In that, if I find any positive word, it's a positive comment. If I find any negative word, it's a negative comment again. Right? Is it clear? Or you want to explain again? If you want me to explain again any point, just raise your hand. I'll repeat that. Okay? Or if you have any doubts, also raise your hand. I'll explain again. Now here, remove punctuations. This remove punctuation, is it inbuilt? It's a defined function or it's a user-defined function or built-in function? User-defined. So you should know Python, right? Can you write your own user-defined functions now? Are you ready in Python that way now? Or you have to learn? You have to learn? Or you are ready with Python coding already? You can write any logic. You have to learn, practice. Complete to become pro in Python, it will take 2 to 3 years in real time also. Before that itself, because you are from data science, they expect more. See, data science, no? They expect a lot from you. That will be a drawback for you actually. MSc data science, somewhere you will have a lot of opportunities. But the other side, they expect a lot of knowledge also. It depends how you study. Now remove punctuations. You know what are punctuations, right? First we will remove punctuations. Then what is that? This thing, this concept you know very clearly. Stop. I'll identify what are stop words, then remove stop words, then lowercase compulsory function. Any data science, any NLP project is removing special characters, removing punctuation and lowercase. Only then you go for tokenizations and all this inbuilt, what do I call it? Inbuilt models, inbuilt techniques. Okay. Next. Post-stemmer, you know stemming, right? What is the difference between stemming and lemmatization? That is the most important question in interviews. Stemming and lemmatization. What root node? In plant biotechnology, I have root node. That root node? What is that root node? మీకు సబ్జెక్ట్ టీచ్ చేసినప్పుడు కొన్ని వర్డ్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకుని ఎగ్జామ్ లో రాస్తే మార్కులు వచ్చేస్తాయని ఆ వర్డ్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటారు కదా మీ ఆన్సర్స్ లో అర్థమవుతుంది ఇట్స్ నాట్ రూట్ నోడ్ రూట్ వర్డ్ ఫర్ a group of words. This is how we have to tell answers. Okay? If you tell root word, it is heard like root node. There I go for plant biotech. Clear? So that will take a root node or root word, but lemmatization will take the V1 form of the word. That way you will understand. Either you give playing, played or play, it will take the word play. That is lemmatization. In stemming, root word which is common for all the group of words whichever you have given, right? Now which one, using which one is better? Why? Common word ఇవ్వదు కదా అది it gives a V1 form of all the words. Common word కాదు common word అంటే stemming వస్తుంది మళ్ళీ. See, we have to use lemmatization better. That is correct answer for sure. But why? Some words will not be very dictionary. Some words doesn't make any sense. Some words doesn't have any meaning when you take the stem, right? Yes or no? Yes. So when it doesn't make any sense, when if I have to use NER models take complete words again. That is the biggest problem we have. That is why mostly we use lemmatization, not stemming. But some cases we also have to use stemming. Okay? Fine. So after that, see, convert to base form using stemming. Base form. That is the function defined by me. The logic you can understand if you read that. The below Python code will give you the logic behind that word. Do you want me to keep that? Are you trying to go through it? Not required, right? Shall I move to the next one? Yes, ma'am. Next, then value counts have taken. Now I have created. Now when I am creating corpus, what is my corpus containing? What kind of data is my corpus containing now? Stemmed words with no stop words, no special characters, and a lowercase words. Now this is my corpus finally. Now you understand how we create corpus in real time also? Yes. Now you can explain what is corpus better, right? Understood, right? Now, after corpus is ready, again now if I make a word cloud, compared to the previous word cloud, this word cloud will give better. Previous word cloud have lot of nonsense even. It has working word work. Here it has only word work. You did okay. That is before all this pre-processing, and after pre-processing we see in word cloud because it's easy for us to see the words, right? So we go with word clouds. Okay. Next. Now we are creating bag of words. So this bag of words contains two bags. First one is positive bag. Second one is negative bag. So I want only two bags of words, right? So after creating that, I'm checking on corpus using n-grams with a range given. N-gram range is whenever I can change that numbers. What is n-grams concept? In day-to-day life, you will see n-grams concept. Where do you see that? Google search. You give data, see. Recommendations, what all I used, it is coming. Right, recently watched, all that comes, right? So that is how n-grams work. Here for seeing it is like this, but in general when we deploy it works like Google search. Okay, fine. So I give n-grams of words, whatever I want, and this data I am again splitting into train test plate. Okay, after separating it, I also created TF-IDF, bag of words with TF-IDF. Now I am building models on it. Now you see what is the model I built here. Combination of machine learning and NLP. Right? Now here what is happening is logistic regression is telling, now if I give a new sentence, it will predict whether it is a positive or negative. And here again the n-grams is 3 types I took. That is unigram, bigram and trigram. Do you see that? What is unigram? 1 word at a time. 2 gram, bigram is 2 grams, okay? To n value is 2. What will it do? 2 words at a time. Trigram? 3 words at a time. Now I want to check if I give unigram by checking each word when it is predicting positive sentence or negative sentences, it is giving better accuracy. Or if I am giving two words together, it is able to predict positive and negative perfectly. Or if I am giving 3 words, it is predicting perfectly. Or you understood why did I take that, right? Yes. Now here again, I didn't only use logistic regression. I also use naive Bayes. In naive Bayes, we have Bernoulli naive Bayes here. And again, we also have the results are here inside it. You can see curve, AUC curve, precision, accuracy, recall. This is how you have to present your project for your final year. Final year project, you all have to do, right? That project, like this kind of thing, if you take, will that really be a project or no? Yes. Complete exploring technologies. That is why you have to select your projects. Be very careful while selecting projects because that will be in your resume again. You have to explain that in your resume. Okay, fine. Next, see, passive aggressive algorithm. Yeah, I also tested with random forest. I think, yeah, hyperparameter tuning. You know what is hyperparameter optimization? It comes in machine learning algorithms. If your hyperparameter, what are the hyperparameters we have for random forest? Number of trees, number of splits. When you run a random forest algorithm, whichever warning comes. Those are the hyperparameter tunes it will tell you. Okay. Now, how is your random forest working on? It is working on number of splits, number of decision nodes, yes. Number of trees. These are your hyperparameters. You can decide how many trees you want. By default, it will take 100. You can also specify how many you want. Okay. So that is hyperparameter tuning. See, I have changed the estimators. N estimator. What are the N estimators? Number of trees. N estimators is number of trees. Okay. Now I have changed that. See here. Estimator is RF, random forest. I have given what n jobs it have to do, what is cross validation score, Webro scores, and all that. Okay. Now when I hyperparameters, ultimately 400 estimators giving better result. Ultimately, what is the better result I got is I have to check all these accuracies and decide which algorithm is. You understand how NLP algorithm actual projects are going? The simple project I have told you now. Okay. This is on when you have Excel type of NLP data, text data. Right, now I have complete data in Excel, it's positive or negative, you are doing classification. Shall we discuss the next one? Yes. Is it something different? You are learning something? Yes. Or you have any doubts? If you want, ma'am, can you discuss so and so? If you tell me, I'll discuss. Anything is fine for me. You want anything else you expected? Like that is not satisfied you, you tell me.
Like you have said that the difference between stemming and generalization. Here you have used stemming. Like when we, like how do we know that we need to apply stemming and generalization?
After doing analysis. I'll tell you in the next project I have done an analysis. You people think everything is done by Python, right? Yes or no? But for an NLP analysis is more required. I'll show you. They got some doubt, they just called me. I opened this actually in the morning. Can you see here? Can you see this? Some words inside? Some words inside at least? I think this asthma you can connect to. There's a word okay. There's a word asthma in some sentences. Where is it? Tell me the column name, column word. What? Which column? W. Okay, NCBA disease. Okay, fine. NCBA disease. NCBA disease. Now asthma is identified as what? The left side, what it is identified and what is the word I have given actually. This is in my PDF actually. All these words are in one PDF. I extracted all the words from PDF. Okay? That I'll tell you how did I extract and all that. That is a bigger project. I'll explain you now anyways. Okay? Now, leg swelling is a disease or no? Yes. There is already predefined models which I used, that is NCBI disease model here, and I also have I2B2, radiology, BC4CD. These all are present in one bigger library called SciSpace. SciSpace, scientific spacing. Spacey is used to identify words generally. That's Spacey is used mostly for NER. In that NER, my project is completely healthcare. So there I want all healthcare diseases and terminologies, right? That is present in SciSpace. I also have Stanza. These all are libraries. I told 8,700 libraries, right? In that these are one libraries. My next PhD project, what I'm planning is the same for biotechnology words. I'll create my own library, take the patent rights with where you can use that. Any NLP person who wants can use. Mostly they know what is wanted. So I'm planning for my PhD and that is my topic for PhD. Is it nice? For that I have to sit and collect words first. I have to revise all of degree and PG and collect all the terminologies. Around it will be around 30,000 words for sure. Easily 30,000 words. That 30,000 again I have to divide. See how they get NCBA disease like that. Immunology, plant biotechnology, animal biotechnology. I have to divide separately and create for each one model. Ultimately that model will have a library name that I still use. Okay. That is not present anywhere. I searched a lot to see biotechnology library if it is present. It's not this, so that will be my PhD topic. Simple, easy, something different. Okay. Now if you see here, cardiac evaluation. Is it a test or disease? It's a test. It is written there, so you told me. Okay. pH. You know what is pH? Water pH you check kada? The basic content acidic levels and basic levels you check, that is pH, okay? Fine. The BMI, BP, okay, all these things. HR you will not understand, that's okay. Fine. So this way for NLP we also have to do analysis. There you will understand whether you have to decide stemming or lemmatization. Okay. Now I'll tell you two words. Tell me what disease those both are talking about. Carcinoma, cancer. Carcinoma, cancer. What is carcinoma? What is cancer? Cancer is disease. What is carcinoma? Carcinoma is the other word for cancer. That is why you should also have one business knowledge, like one domain knowledge. That is why all the domain people are accepted into data science. Are you understand? See, I'm from a biotechnology. Now, any biotechnology, suppose this Excel sheet which I showed you, I will understand or you guys will understand? Agriculture student will understand or biotechnology student will understand? That is why biotechnology students are also allowed into data science. Suppose I give agriculture data, who will understand? Right? Mechanical students are also accepted. Mechanical related data or data related any solutions they want. Who will understand? Mechanical students. That's why any stream is accepted into data science. But until and unless you have to clear the interview, which contains again Python, SQL. SQL is the main topic present now because nowadays data has already increased. It is not present in Excel sheets anymore. In real time, no data is present in Excel sheets. It's all present in databases, right? So what is the only language databases understand? SQL. You should know SQL, right? SQL gata. In SQL you have aliasing, right? In structured query language you have aliasing, right? You have temporary aliasing and permanent aliasing. Temporary aliasing is using as keyword or with a space you can give. What is permanent aliasing in a structured query language? Synonyms. Synonyms are permanent aliasing in structured query language. Understood your SQL knowledge. I got it. Synonyms అనగానే ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఉంటుంది కదా సీక్వెల్లోకి ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది అవునా I'm just giving you gap. I'm just interacting. It's just a gap. I'll start next project again. Okay. This is how I teach my students SQL. 110 pages notebook. Mom, I told you I'll finish it, right? 1 week, 110 pages. I typed it everything, no plagiarism, no copy content. Everything I executed and wrote it here. See pages. Complete SQL. I have to teach my students, right? So whenever I'm teaching, I might skip one or two content, something, right? I don't want to skip. So if I show you how my students are, they'll ask me first index of your notes. No one will ask me for these notes. They will not even dare because I'll tell them directly, sit here, I'll display, start typing. Obviously, my hard work, why should I give it to others? I'll make them lazy if I'm sending notes, for sure. I know them. అంతే కదా ఇప్పుడు రికార్డింగ్ సెషన్ ఉన్నా సరే ఎవ్వరు వేరే సెషన్ రికార్డింగ్ ఉంటుందిలే అంతే కదా should have lot of patience to handle me sometimes. వీళ్ళు తిట్టుకుంటున్నారు చూడు వాళ్ళ మొక్కల్లో గట్టిగా తిట్టుకుంటున్నారు పర్లే పై తిట్టండి నో ప్రాబ్లం అయినా లోపలేదు రేపు మీ బాయ్స్ బేస్ వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తాయి కదా క్లియర్గా ఇంకా వాళ్ళకి స్లోగా బేస్ ఎక్కువ ఇక్కడి నుంచి వైబ్రేషన్ వస్తుంది మాట్లాడితే ఇంకా మళ్ళీ Fine, you all have any other doubts? I'll start the project. Any other doubts you have in real time or something? Guys, you really have openings now in TCS. See, in TCS that work is very easy actually. And I got to know that like, if you are writing works now, you will wait for answers, kada. You have a Telegram apps where you are getting answers also. Right? రాయండి ఎగ్జామ్ జాబ్ చేతిలో ఉంటుంది కదా ఇది అయ్యేలోపు once job is ready in your hand you can finish your post graduation and immediately go into it, right? And post graduation data science will be given more priority again. They are accepted. So what is the cross percentage for TCS? I told you NIT student, you remember? Now I was telling I have 3 students. One is having only 50%, he got selected in TCS. That way, you also have MSCs will be taken sometimes. NIT with 50%. Why is he having 50%? They asked him because he has 90s, 90 above everywhere, and he has 1 year gap between his 12th and graduation because he took long term. They called him, they asked him clearly why 1 gap and why 50%. Because previously you are having 90s, why 50? They asked him, he gave his genuine reason. I have taken long time to get seat in IIT with 2 marks difference. I got in NIT, so I completed my graduation. In my graduation, when I was in the final year, that results they did some changes in gradings. So that is why his percentage is low. And they, because he's from chemical technology, he's actually chemical technology. Now he got job as a data analyst. There is another student like fresher. See guys, to get a job your resume matters first. Only resume. Resume is the only place which portrays what you are, right? Students spend almost 1 to 2 weeks to build their resumes. I don't know how much time you all spent. You all didn't even start resumes, right? Started. So what are the contents you're putting in resume? Family history. I saw some freshers resume like that. Your place, your location. వాడేమన్నా పార్సిల్ పంపుతున్నాడా మీ అడ్రస్ చెప్పడానికి కాడికి కాదు కదా దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్ వాట్ ఆర్ యూ గుడ్ ఎట్ what you can do, how are you different from others, that is what you have to show in your resume. Fine, I'll show you my resume once. You all want to see or headache చూపించిన పోనీ రే ఇక్కడికి వినిపిస్తుంది రా మెల్లగా మాట్లాడరా these many resumes I have. All are latest. One is for retail domain, one is for healthcare domain, one is for automobile. For Novartis, I have sent a resume. I will show you. Most updated ante DE. Just ninne marchani resume. It's 3 pages. I actually reduced a lot and kept it like. I worked almost just in span of 3 years. I worked on 11 projects. I kept only 3 projects here. If I put all 11, it will be 10 pages. వద్దులే ఏమో ఉన్నాయిలే అందులో వద్దులే సరే ఓకే పేరెందుకు ఇది enthusiastic engineer. Actually my tagline is not that. My tagline is different. I'll open another resume. That is actually my resume tagline. This is actually my resume tagline. Business analyst and a data scientist with enthusiasm. That is my tagline actually. But why did I keep this is I am going to get a job in a bigger MNC, which I am now to double to it. In that MNC, they want a data scientist with data engineering skills. So I kept data engineer and a data scientist. So why I kept engineer, only engineer there is data scientist or data engineer, AWS, DevOps, everyone is called as software engineers there. So I kept engineer in common for all of them. I just edited it yesterday. They said they'll give me double to my package now. Obviously attracted by money, kada? అర్థం కాలేదమ్మా పర్లే గట్టిగా చెప్పు So I have AWS, Spark, Scala also. Azure, AWS, DevOps, almost unne explore. Even RPA. You know RPA? Robotic process automation, the next AI. Next, any project, advanced project, you know, Boeing. మా ఏరోప్లేన్స్ అన్ని తయారు చేసే కంపెనీ బోయింగ్. సో ఏరోప్లేన్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా మనకి, ఏ ఏరోప్లేన్స్ అయినా తయారవ్వడానికి ఉంటాయి కదా, అవి ఇచ్చే కంపెనీ బోయింగ్. వాళ్ళకి ఈచ్ ఒక ఏరోప్లేన్ పార్ట్ లో దే హ్యావ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ లైక్ 1 lakh to 2 lakhs ఇవి ఉంటాయి. ఏమంటారు కదా, డిఫెక్ట్స్ కాదా, ఎప్పుడు నెగిటివే. Features, I can say features. In a tool to build, you have features, right? Our 2 lakhs features with the data science algorithms in this. So they want a robot to prepare the stools quick. ఆ రోబోట్ కి ప్రాసెస్ చేయడానికి ఆటోమేషన్స్ చేయాలి. ఆ రోబోట్ కి క్విక్ గా మెమరీలో పెట్టాలి కదా. ఆ ఆటోమేషన్స్ చేసి 200 ఫీచర్స్ ఒక పార్ట్ తయారు చేయడానికి రోబోట్ రెడీగా ఉండాలి. హ్యూమన్స్ తయారు చేస్తుంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ టేకింగ్ ఒక పార్ట్ కి 1 week పట్టేస్తుంది. కానీ 1 week లో 5 parts తయారవుతున్నాయి. ఎందుకంటే ఒకటే రోజు సేమ్ పార్ట్ కి 5 చేస్తున్నారు వాళ్ళు. అదే రోబోట్ అయితే ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ 20 కదా. అందుకు సో దే వాంట్ టు బిల్డ్ ఎ రోబోట్. ఐ థింక్ సైంట్ కంపెనీ ఈస్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ఇట్. సైంట్. నాకు ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఎలా తెలుస్తాయి అంటే కాంటాక్ట్స్. ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ రాగానే ఇది చేయొచ్చా మనం అడుగుతారు కదా ఒక్కొక్కరు, అట్లా ప్రాజెక్ట్ తెలుస్తాయి. ఓపెనింగ్స్ ఉన్నాయి సైన్స్ లో ఫ్రెషర్స్ కి, వెళ్ళండి, వెరీ గుడ్. బట్ గట్టిగా నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండాలి, లేకపోతే తొందరగా తీసుకోరు వాళ్ళు. సైన్స్ లో ఫ్రెషర్స్ డేటా అనలిస్ట్ ఉన్నాయి. యూ నీడ్ 1 రిపోర్టింగ్ టూల్, SQL, Python and regression and classification models very well. That's all is the prerequisites. If you know these, they'll take. And SQL lo kuda you need views. Views tells SQL lo, at least you have heard about it. Views, synonyms, subqueries. They're asking these questions. Subqueries, views, synonyms. Yeah, joins, as usual joins. You know what is cross? What is the other name for cross join? What is the product of cross join? How will cross join work? మరి cross join అంటే తెలుసన్నారు, ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది? క్రాస్ జాయిన్ రిజల్ట్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది తెలీదా? Be loud, it's okay if you are wrong. Please don't know because you are telling. Theoretical. You didn't practically work on it, right? Did you try practically on it? No. Practical knowledge lagging. ఇదిగో ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తున్నాయా? So this is my table 1. You can see the result of table 1. It is 1A, 2B and 3. Just to exchange data. 1A, 2B, 3. Okay? Table 2 is నిన్నే ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశా అన్ని జాయిన్స్. 1A, 4D, 5E. So what is the common in 1A? Okay, I kept only 1 common. Now I'm running cross join on these 2 tables. How is the answer? Each value in the first one. In the first table, what do we have first is 1A. That 1A is joining with 1A in the second table, 3D in the second table and 4E. This is the data present there, okay? This one and ikkadunna 2B is again crossing with 3 there. Again in the 3D is again crossing with remaining 3. Again 3. అర్థమైందా ఇప్పుడు? That product is called Cartesian product. So other name for cross join is Cartesian. That is the question I asked. This depth you have to study well. If not, cracking interviews will be difficult. You want to say anything else in this resume? ఏం అర్థం కావట్లేదు కదా అన్ని గ్రీక్ అండ్ లాటిన్ అట్లీస్ట్ ఈ సెంటెన్స్ అర్థమైందో నువ్వు నాకు చెప్పు అట్లీస్ట్ ఈ సెంటమెంట్ ఈ సెంటెన్స్ అర్థమైందా ఒక్క సెంటెన్స్ చెప్పు ఆ సెంటెన్స్ అర్థమైందా స్పెట్స్ 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 ఆ సెంటెన్స్ అర్థమైందా నీకు అది ఒక్క సెంటెన్స్ చాలరా నాయన పోనీలే బతికించు ఇది వద్దులే పర్సంటేజ్ మరి వీక్గా ఉంటుంది ఈ సోల్ ఎవరైనా ఇస్తారు this I have to update again present your resume this way sure your resume will be selected ఎవరో కరెక్ట్ పాయింట్ చూసినట్టున్నారు స్పోర్ట్స్ పాయింట్ fine we will start the next project now my next project is on pdf okay ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఫీవర్ నో ఫీవర్ చెప్పాను కదా అదే ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఫీవర్ ఒకటే వర్డ్ కాదు చాలా ఉంది ఓకే సో మై ఇన్పుట్ ఫర్ దట్ ఈస్ దిస్ pdf you think of can you see the pdf here complete patient history okay just give me a minute fine so this is patient history okay because of PHA and PII rules the patient information will be blacked out in PDFs in companies okay because that information should not go his phone numbers and all that okay that is blacked out there so this is one medical record the smallest one I chose and kept it so that you guys can explore quick okay what will medical information contain man India la follow over it's in US okay what will medical information contain name and personal details pakkan petteng go into the technicality ROS reason for joining ROS medications what medications to be given what he has taken see to be given అనేది డాక్టర్ చెప్తాడు మెడికల్ రిపోర్ట్ లో historical medications okay family history is required because obesity is a genetic disease so we want genetical family history yes or no we need that for sure we also need historical medication because suppose he is joining for heart attack now if I prescribe something that should not affect the other cancer what he has cancer also this compatibility should be good leda person gaya doctor post gaya true right it's very complicated right so that is why we need chief complaint that means what is this patient he is a new patient here okay chief complaint is new patient here patient here for cardiac evaluation after being in JFK and CHF you will not understand some medical terms it's okay patient is also upcoming not scheduled cardiac surgery that means he is having cardiac problem but his cardiac surgery is not scheduled that is the present situation of a patient okay now in this sentence what should be highlighted cardiac evaluation next every patient coming up history only they write in chief complaint so that is common word like a stop word so here I have 3 words to be highlighted first one is cardiac evaluation second one is cataract surgery okay the other one is not scheduled cardiac surgery not scheduled or scheduled Makes lot of difference, right? Schedule, not schedule. I told negation word, no fever here. Not is also a negation word. Understood now? How we work in real time, how we think of. So for these to tell, you need a subject matter expert in your project. Right? If it's agriculture project, BSc agriculture person will be taken as a subject matter expert. If it's a healthcare project, MBBS students or biotechnology students, these people are taken as subject matter experts. Okay? Then, next, patient's care team. Who is taking care of that patient? Who is that doctor? Okay? Because in US healthcare, every person will be assigned to a primary provider. Primary provider in the sense doctor. Okay, provider is whenever I'm using provider, it's doctor. I went to that US terminology already. So primary provider will be the main provider. They have some insurances called HMO, BPO, like that. They have some insurances names. In that planning, what happens? You again have to go to your primary provider, like a family doctor. Whatever problem you have in your body, first you will visit your family doctor. If he is giving some reference, you will go there, right? Like that, primary provider is your family doctor. Okay? Every person will have one primary provider. Okay? So you will first go to the primary provider, tell your his complaints. Once that complaints are valid, he will primarily check using the physical examination, I can say. For example, if fever ఉంది అని చెప్తే ఆ ఫీవర్ ఉందని చెప్పి నడు పంపించేదాన్ని పంపడాడు. It's illegal then. You have to put a thermometer in your mouth, then check, write it, and send the proof of a picture that he checked, then send it. You understand? So primary provider will do that, and again you give your referring provider, because if your primary provider is a general physician, can he do a cardiac treatment for you? So he will refer a cardiac, you can go to him and tell the cardiac surgeon that your primary provider is so and so. This is how process goes on. You understand? By the time patient goes, with the automation, whatever we are doing in the machine, all this process goes on in the behind. All this have to get updated very quick. You understand how industry projects are going on? Fine. So we will have allergies, what allergies he had, what if any medication. Penicillin he is taking regularly. So penicillin is mentioned, that means he is allergic to penicillin. Okay? And medication, these are the medications he is using. He filled in the sense, for example, you have to use some medicine for 3 months. They will not give 3 months medicines at once in US. They will give for 30 days. That's called a fill. We call it fill. Once that 30 days is completed, we have to come for a refill. Like empty bottle you take. First, when you're buying a bottle, it is filled, right? Now this fill is zero. This is called zero fill. Now I'll empty this and refill it for next 30 days. That is first fill. Zero fill is the one which is coming completely. One is next time you are filling it. Two fill is third one medicine. This is not this concept. That is when it is filled, entered. Okay? That also I have to capture. From this data I have to capture everything and put it into my application. Fine. I am the project manager for this project. I am not data scientist there. Okay. Next is all our medications, whatever he is using. Then vaccines we have. Okay. What vaccines? Family history, as I told you, father is malignant tumor of pharynx he has, and essential hypertension he has. That means what is hypertension? Mother also has, and remaining none of his family has nothing. He doesn't have anyone else in his family, so they have nothing. Social history. Social history mein, what comes in social history? Marital status and what his surroundings. Is he a smoking person? Is he a drinker? If he is a smoker, is a chain smoker or frequent smoking, because that also affects his lungs and something, right? All these have to be taken care of, right? Any surgeries free. See, tobacco, years of use, 50 years. Since 50 years, he is smoking. So smoking status is former smoker. He is not complete chain smoker, he is formal smoker from 50 years. Almost chain smoking. Marital status, widowed. Because of smoking, she also left. Next, surgical history. Review surgical history. He had a surgery for past medical history. Okay. Next, now HPI. Now patient exactly is having what all problems he is having. Patient is male, female, smoker, widowed. Very good. Patient is 67-year-old female with past medical history of arthritis, hyperlipidemia, CHF, DM type 2, COPD, anxiety, hypertension, who presents to the office for cardiac evaluation after being released from jail. Patient reports that she was having trouble breathing. Smoke this breathing problem. She does not equally face any echocardiogram question. కానీ ఎప్పుడైనా echocardiogram అయిందో లేదో గుర్తురాట్లేదు. మాకు ఇలాంటి కేసులు వస్తున్నాయి. She reports that she still gets out of breath when walking upstairs. However, it is not as bad as before hospitalization. See, you understand what is HPI now? That means whatever disease she is having. Now see what is ROS. This fever, no fever comes here. In this ROS, if you see, everything is no only mostly. Patient reports no fever, no night sweats, no significant weight gain, no significant weight loss, no exercise intolerance, no chills, no complete no. Okay, but that is also present in PDF. Why did they keep no there after doing all those tests? They kept no. Now, when I'm highlighting a word, that word comes out. By chance, she's actually not having some problem. But suppose that word comes out and telling she is having a problem, we will give treatment for that. We will definitely give treatment for that. So that is a problem. Think how accurate an NLP engineer have to work. So if you are doing NLP project, you will be called an NLP engineer. Okay? You understand now why that Python logic I told fever, no fever? From this paragraph you will understand better. For this negation logic to work, we spent 1 month. Only to remove no, to not identify fever as fever, no fever, it should not even highlight. For that we worked for 1 month. Seriously 1 month. Now this is my PDF, right? After doing whatever I told now, negation logic removal, lowercase తీసేయడం and removing the special characters, after doing all that, I'll show you the result PDF how it is. I don't know where it is. Number 3, number 4. This is the result. The highlighted words. Whatever is highlighted again comes out actually. Extraction is done using OCR. Most important terms have to be highlighted. Can you see the important terms highlighted? This is done using FIDS library and RGB. You know RGB, right? Red, green, blue combination colors. See here. I still have a. She doesn't have no sore throat, but throat is highlighted. Precision. I have to decrease that precision. This was long back work. Now it is completely fine. It's working well. I cannot get those to my personal laptop. Those are office files, right? I could get only few with permissions. Now we understand how it is done. See, non-distended. Non is the negation word. That didn't get highlighted. The next word is highlighted. But it should not get highlighted because it's non-complete word it should take. That is why firstly this result was when I used in Python we have tesseract. You know that? For OCR in Python we have tesseract. That is not accurate. I used that. Later I went to AWS again. In AWS we have Amazon Text Track. That gave better result finally. But we are paying for it. Monthly $1,500 for using their OCR. We are paying AWS. Fine. Do you understand now how NLP project goes? I'll show you the code which we wrote. I also have the basic beginning code. Okay. From that code you will understand what are logics I wrote to get this result. Okay. But before that logics and code, first what we do is selected all PDFs. Are you sleepy? Sure. Selected all PDFs. After selecting all PDFs, first thing is PDFs are write protected, right? What is read protected and write protected? Not clear. Read or write is okay. What is write protected? You will not have options to edit it, right? So in our PDFs, there are images we have to convert to PDFs. Now correctly we have files now. Okay. Firstly, our files were present in now our PDF images I can tell. If I have 100 pages PDF, that's 100 images, not PDFs. Okay, these 100 images for one file is present in FileNet. FileNet is a protected application by Microsoft. Okay, it will not easily give permission to take files from there because healthcare it's all protected and kept there in FileNet. Okay, here they are present in image. It's not like JPG, JPEG images. Those images are different. .cm some extension was there. I forgot that. Okay. Now these images are completely protected. Okay, with all the information that blacked out because I have to show you. I blacked it out. If it have to come out of my office system, it will be blacked out. But in our office system, it is we can see all patient names, everything. Sometimes we will have to call them also to our cross check that it is correct or not. Okay. Now all these images are here. Ultimately, I want to get a product. My ultimate product is here. I have a screen. This is my application called DNA Digital Nurse Examiner. Okay, or Digital Nurse Assistant. It was firstly Examiner. We changed the project name to Assistant. It's DNA. It's not our body DNA. Digital Nurse Assessment. Okay. Here in this project, when you open the application, you will have patient name to be given and claim number, which is unique number for each patient. Okay. And here right side we have, after clicking these two, you will navigate to another page. In that page, can you see? Now can you see? Fine. Here we have patient name. Next we have claim number, which are unique. Always we should have two options because for suppose claim number is not unique, name will be unique. Suppose claim number I can take as reference, right? So these two combinations we have. After checking these two, we will navigate to a page. In that page, what happens is this person's medical record will display. But that medical record is in what format still? That has to come as one PDF here for me now. I'm telling final product and initial how it is. Between whatever we have done, I'll tell you now in the project. Okay? Here, that it should come as PDF and the words whichever is important. Those words have to come out of the PDF. I mean, it have to get extracted from the PDF and those words have to be here. You understand? All important words which are highlighted you have, no? Those have to be here in alphabetical order here. I can get all of them to a list of words, sort it out. If I use in list, we have an option called sort. Yes. If I use sort for character data, how will it get sorted? A to Z. If it is numbers, ascending to descending order, right? In list, that sort is used here finally, just to sort it. But in between, we have a lot of stuff. Now we understood my output what I want, the input what I want. In between, what all we use, I'll tell you. First thing, I have to join this word. I have to convert them to PDF first. To convert PDF, in PDF we have all the pages joined, right? In your pandas library, you have an option called merge. You can merge 2 or more documents, like 2 or more Excel sheets, right? Same way now I have to join PDFs. I can also use merge, or else I have a library called P by PDF. P by PDF. It's a library in Python. You use that in files. After combining this library with this library, join, merge PDFs. Understand? Is it clear? Confusion later. Now, by joining that, I will create a PDF which is still protected. It is not still, permissions are not granted. It is still write protected. Clear? Now this will come, image will become 100-page PDF. PDF is, but I have to read the data, right? Just like that, read the data on PDF. Can you edit PDFs? Cannot edit, right? You have to get the word content from PDF to outside, right? How do you get it? We have a tool called, concept called OCRs. Edit chestnaga files gaani, Word document lu, convert online converter lu. Avuna kada? Avi anta accurate ga pani cheyavu, but they are called OCRs. Optically character recognition. You see your data, but you don't know that, right? So this optical character recognition will give you a chance to write protected file. For example, now if you see this file, if I click on it here, at least highlighted bigger I'm doing it. I can at least highlight it, right? I'll show you a PDF with, before running through OCR. This also I ran through OCR. It says before I cannot even highlight it. You see? I'm able to highlight, I'm trying it. So this is before OCR, that is after. Clear? Understood? Before OCR, you cannot even highlight a word. I told you fixed library and all these libraries, they also cannot work. So first thing in my project is first I have to choose OCR. In OCR again, suppose my name, this is there in the PDF. If my OCR is not working well, I gave it as KVLI. The meaning mark so every word extracted have to make some sense, right? Suppose fever, if it identifies as fever, F change it to K, wrong identification with OCR. Will it identify as entity? My project final output will be affected with that small OCR problem, right? That is why we are paying AWS. It is giving us better result. That is better, no? You first we tried on almost 4 to 5 OCR tools. Abby, Abby, OCR tools we have. Your commercial, your source. Like in Python, you have correct. In Python, it is correct. Free of source, but not efficient. Here, what happens in OCR is, suppose I have a word here, P word. It will give you bounding boxes. These are invisible. They are at its back end. Okay. It will give you x1, x2, y1, y2 values. You understand? I told you indexing logic, right? I combined that indexing logic with this logic. You understand now? Now this bounding box completely is taken as one word by OCR. Am I clear? Or is it confusing? కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయ్యారు కదా, తిరగట్లే ఇక్కడ కదా అన్నట్లే కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయ్యారు కదా. సో మీకు ఒక వర్డ్ అనేది జనరల్గా ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై అవుతుంది? నార్మల్ వర్డ్ డాక్యుమెంట్ లో మీరు ఆర్గనైజేషన్ చేస్తారు. How will it identify? Spaces in between. PDF is right protected కదా. ఆ స్పేసెస్ అవి తీసుకోకుండా OCR ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఈచ్ వర్డ్ కి ఒక బౌండింగ్ బాక్స్. అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ ఆల్సో వర్క్స్ విత్ స్పేసెస్. బట్ మనకి ఎక్కువ అవ్వడానికి అది బౌండింగ్ బాక్స్. will have 4 values. Value with the paper in the word. 4 corners. Value, right? 4 corners. Here again, with this 4 corners, if my document is same, for example, your progress report, all of your reports will be same. Values inside is different. The place of your name, asking your name will be in same place. Body box is same, right? Then I can write a logic telling with this bounding box in this region if some word is found. Extracted. I can write that, right? Yes or no? Yes. Suppose this is a PDF of your report. Here, whatever is there in this bounding box position, if I run through OCR, I get this bounding box's value. After getting bounding box's value, these over 2 points. For this, I have 2 more points. For this 2 points and for this 2 points. So I give bigger bounding box option. Mistake it was printed back, but I have to extract all the names, so that will be helpful, right? So I'll give 2 bounding boxes extra. After giving bounding boxes extra, whatever you get data in that bounding boxes, you have to give me out. This happens when you have all your PDFs of same format, right? But do I have the PDFs of same format now? No. Will this logic work? I use this logic for authorization. I also use this. Authorization concept I used. Authorization, you have medical claims. Same for everyone. Number change. That's all. Simple number change. Okay. I get POC in my resume here. So POC word, right? This is how POC people work. You go select 5 or 6 tools. After selecting 5 or 6 tools, in that 5 or 6, which is the best tool to use? The person who does POCs only tells all that. They do a lot of research oriented. I'm into the POC research. In IT also we have research and methodology team, research and development team. I'm into that team. Okay. Now here in this PDF, I don't have common bounding boxes, right? So can I use that logic here? So that is why I cannot use it. So I have to use another logic which I told you before, like indexing. You understand? With string indexing, I can just go back. Next indexing. But that will be done once my PDF is ready as write protected or reading. If I get a permission for reading or writing. Here files doesn't have any permission. If I run through OCR, I'll get the permission to select. I showed you, right? After OCR, how am I able to select the file? Before OCR, am I able to select the text? No, right? After OCR, I'm able to select the text. So after OCR, now this PDF file is ready. That is the member file. First I showed you some file, that is OCR ran file. Okay? There I can highlight the text. So now, first thing what I projects, PDFs are ready. Document is ready. Now in this document, what I want, the text extraction. In text extraction, in NLP, we have 2 types. I think the third type we are doing one, I asked you, right? And NLP, the other one what they are doing is NLG. We use NLP and NLU. That is, NLP is natural language processing. Already local unnai kada. The organization, POS time, all these are inbuilt already. Using that is NLP. NLU, understanding each and every word in the PDF files and working for it using your own logic. That is NLU, natural language understanding. Okay. Next, NLG, I don't know, I didn't explain anytime. I'm into NLP and NLU completely. Okay. Here, text extraction, whatever logics I have been talking to you since before, getting a word, right? Here, what did we do is, first we have to select, to get that word fever and all that, we have to select library first, which is helping us. If no library, you should know first what is NER. Correct? NER is named entity recognition. Okay? In named entity recognition, you have seen Excel file previously. So if I give some word, there are inbuilt libraries, like not inbuilt, we will build it. Now I told you I'll build a library for biotechnology, right? The same way, someone else has built a library for this NER for scientific library, scientific terms, for scientific terms. Okay. Now all the scientific terms are my project to search for that library. I got two libraries, SciSpace and Stanza. Okay. I'll show you those libraries now. Can you see here? SciSpace? చూసారు కదా ఈ SciSpace లో I have how many ones here? I cannot release that, right? MD, sorry, EN for scientific SM. These all are models in it. Okay, each model is specified to something. Now I told you, right, when I am planning to do a PhD now, for immunology related words, one model. For plant biotechnology, another subject here, for that one model. Okay, for animal biotechnology, one model. For model subjects here, biochemistry, one model. For complete organic chemistry like that, one model. Biostatistics, no model. Everywhere we get all those stuff. Okay, like that. Every model is specified to something. Okay, in this model, what happens is how depth we have to study in research is the first four models will identify the model, but problem is it will not tell you what is that entity name. Now what happened in the Excel when I showed you? When I told penicillin, it will give us treatment. When I get asthma as a word, it will give us disease. Right? Here named entity recognition name. These are the entities. These are the name of the entity. That is disease is name of the entity. What is the disease? Asthma. What is the word I identify? That is a name. For that name we have an entity name. Is it clear now? Like that, this first four is not giving me entity names. For example, it's a disease, it's a treatment, it's a test. It is not giving me here. So can I use the first four? I also want that because I have to highlight these on colors again. Diseases have to be highlighted with one color. Tests have to be identified with another color. Treatment have to be identified with another color. So if I also have to specify each entity type with one color, I also need entity name. Disease, test, treatment, I need it, right? So I cannot use first four because it is not giving entity names. But the next four, these four, craft, NLP, yeah, these four will give me with the entity names. So I chose these four. In this four again, what is my project? What are the words I want here? I want medications, diseases, and tests, right? I want three. Now in this, again if you go deep, what are these four doing? What is the craft model identifying? GGP, taxon, this comes in DNA related, body related. So that is not required. I ultimately want chemical, disease. So which model I can select now? BC5CDR. But problem is, in BC5CDR, it is only giving me disease and chemical. What about my test and treatment? Who will give me test and treatment? If I use this model, I am using this model, I get disease and chemical. Right? So for example, asthma, it's a disease. So these two will be identified. Now I have BP. Next, BMI. Who is telling me that? These two cannot tell me that the Western treatment protocols. These both will not tell me. I need one other model who have to combine with this model to give better results. Right? What is the other model which gives me? This is how I have to do selection for NER. That is where I worked on that Excel sheet. I also have stanza library. This is 5 spacing. Same way, stanza also has inbuilt models in it. Okay. Now this stanza and size spacing, specifying models I combine and use. You understand? అర్థమవుతుందా నిమిషం అర్థమైందా నా డేటా సైంటిస్ట్ చాలా ఈజీగా వర్క్ చేస్తారు ఎందుకంటే సైజ్ స్పేస్లో ఈ మోడల్ ఉంది ఇదిగో లింక్ ఇక్కడ డౌన్లోడ్ అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ తీసుకోండి రిఫరెన్స్ పెట్టుకోండి లింక్ పెట్టుకోండి అది ఆటోమేటిక్గా రన్ అవుతుంది అని నేను చెప్పాను స్టాంజర్లో ఇది ఉంది రెండు కంబైన్ చేయండి కంబైన్ చేసినప్పుడు జాయిన్ వాడకండి సో కంబైన్ చేసినప్పుడు కూడా ట్రీట్మెంట్ దీంట్లో తీసుకోండి డిసీజెస్ కెమికల్ దీంట్లోంచి తీసుకోండి ఐ టోల్డ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ సో దే డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎ ప్రాబ్లమ్ దట్ ఈస్ వేర్ యూ విల్ ఆల్సో వర్క్ డోంట్ వెరీ because the subject matter expert, the business analyst, data analyst job ఉంటుంది చూసారా పెద్ద తలపోటు జాబ్ ఆ మూడు కలిపి చేస్తున్నాను నేను అందుకే ఇంత క్లారిటీ ఉంది ప్రాజెక్ట్ మీద ఎవ్రీ సొల్యూషన్ ఐ వర్క్ సపోజ్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బిగిన్ టుడే 3 months నుంచి I have to fully design everything, segregate everything, put everything ready and give it to them just to code. Can't I do that? Right? Before I do the code, these people will take that project from me. If any doubt, they will call. We will have another project which I have to get ready. Understand? So here we joined all these in these 4 models. We took 2 models, there 2. How did we decide? Now you were asking me how did you decide lemmatization, right? Here what happened? Then I have already which is identifying words. Do I need lemmatization stemming? So in this project we don't use lemmatization stemming because we need more identify. Here blue color is stanza models. I don't use stanza and size space 2 libraries, right? This blue color right? They are from stanza. Because same models are there in size space in stanza. Here in size space stanza I have BC5 CDR. Here also I have BC5 CDR. Can you see? This is stanza mein BC5 CDR. What is it is extracting? Same stanza mein bio NLP-13 CG. What is it is extracting? BC5 chemical D. What it is extracting? NCBI disease. What is it extracting? I2B2. What is it extracting? And radiology. These are the models present in stanza. From size spacey, see size spacey blue color ones. I took 3 models: BC5 CDR, bio NLP, and craft. Where did I get these terms? I use this logic of NER extracted first using all the models, extracted keywords. From the same PDF which you have seen now, number 4. Yeah, this is number 4 PDF file. You can see here. I actually took 6 PDF for references for research. 6 different PDFs. In that 4 is having more content, so I took 4. It will be easy for me for analysis, but bigger one. Okay. Here, in member now, here BC5 CDR is identifying these words as chemical and so. Okay. Now here, bio NLP CG is extracting this. But it is also giving me some extra words that is in final entities file. This is 1 second. Analysis file, entity analysis. Start for model comparison. In this model comparison, if you see, I took a smaller file here. In this file, if you see, it is able to identify only these. Actually, I want all these words from that file. Actual keywords, what I want. All these are the total keywords I want. So, which model will give me maximum keywords I can say in that model now? Yes or no? Yes. So, which is giving me maximum words? That corner one more will be there. That will give you better. See, which is giving better? Stanza I2B2. Okay, this is giving you more number, right? With this combination, whichever this is not giving, if some library is giving, I can combine these 2 models. Understood now? This is how I did analysis. Clear? Got it? But problem is, precision is always a problem. These are true positives I got, but true negative, here you have precisions below. You saw the precision? Also have to reduce that. Always precision follows in any data science project, right? So be above 1 is what I want. What is not required, what I got. But here another problem is, these words it is extracting. Maybe this is not required for this file, but required for other files. I also have to check that. Yes or no? See, this is not, this is capsule, Gadadi. Yeah, it's capsule. Capsule is not required for this PDF, but it is required for other PDFs. So I cannot take that as precision word. I cannot take that as wrong predicted. So that is useful for something else. Now here I have to write a pre-processing code where capsule has to be identified when it is present with so and so combination. Only capsule word should not be taken. Suppose if it is Dolo Dolo will not have capsule, some antibiotic capsule. Only then it should come. Like that I should write it. Do you understand now how NLP is working? Is it clear, guys? Am I confusing? Clear, right? Fine. Now my model is ready. NDR model selected. OCR ho gaya. Now already selected one have to be highlighted. For highlighting, what colors we have anyways in Python, because we are using Python. In Python, how do we have? RGB combination. We have to write code by ourselves, random colors. But instead of random colors, RGB 255 rule we have, and we also have 111 rule. 111 rule ante, we have to give 3 in a tuple, in a parenthesis, 3 combination. If we give 150, 150, 150, we will get one color. If I give 255, 255, 255, I'll get one color. Do you understand now? This way I have two combinations. How many entities I have? Suppose disease and chemical. Disease will have one color. All chemicals have to be displayed with one color. All tests will be displayed with one color. Like that. Again, here also, based on that color and entity name, all diseases in one block. Here also in alphabetical order, I have 4 options: test, treatment, disease, chemical. Understood? So this is how we will design a project. Nice. NLP project is good. Got it? Is it clear how we are working? Complete logical brain, guys. Seriously, complete logical brain.